So, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna unmute myself real quick. All right, sorry for the echo. All right, there we go. There we go, sounds is better. Hello, everybody. This is AJay the CEO. Thank y'all for joining me on our weekly Friday Q&A with AJay. I started a little bit sooner. I'm starting to push it up a little bit more because I've had a bunch of y'all say, hey, we miss coming in at certain times because of the time. So I am working on that. Let me turn my phone volume down and I'm on Do Not Disturb. And then I'm gonna turn my fan on because it's hot. So everybody's in the chat. Hello, and hello. So this is what we do to, I guess, to kind of give back to y'all. I have a lot of comments that come in, and what I want to do is on every Friday, we go ahead and have a Q&A with me to where I try to answer as many questions as I possibly can and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And let me see, because I got all my chats in front of here. Missy Productions, hello. Creative for Fun, John Cook, D1 E Roby, hello. M&S Notary, Joey O2, hello. Thank y'all so much. Kellen White. And we're going to go backwards because I had a lot of questions that I didn't get a chance to catch up with, people who got on early. So we're going to go back to Marlon Hargrave. Wants to know, can you run Easy Worship through vMix on the same laptop? And the answer is yes, you can. You just got to make sure that your laptop has enough inputs, because I'm using vMix right now. Like I told you in the last couple of weeks, I've been transitioning to using vMix more because I bought the license and didn't even use it. But it's giving it a lot more features. Like I like how this social media pop out is. I can bring y'all in y'all's comments instead of having that blurry little window that I used to have. So just like I try and teach y'all, I am constantly learning as well too. But going back to his question is, yes, you can. vMix works just like OBS. You can capture the display, which would be your output of Easy Worship, but on the same system, you want to have, honestly, if it was me, I would like to have 3 monitors, one that shows vMix, one that shows Easy Worship, and another one that shows the output. But you can get away with one screen if you use kind of like the trick we were talking about before, USB to VGA, or a headless HDMI adapter, which tricks your computer into having a second monitor. Then vMix can capture that and do it that way. Now, I don't know which version of Easy Worship you have, because you could use the NDI output on the newest version of Easy Worship, and that monitor will show up in vMix and it will work the exact same way. So yes, that will work. Let's see. Oh, and I'm going to address this other comment. Where's it at? Ronaldo Williams wants to know if I would do another giveaway. And just as a reminder to y'all, as a way of giving back, every time we hit new goals here on this channel, I have promised to do giveaways. So our next giveaway is going to be at 30,000. We are about 140 people away from 25,000, 1/4 of the way to 100,000. And I got to thank y'all so much for that. So that is the plan. And originally, we actually did a poll where people gave me suggestions of what they wanted to do for a giveaway. And surprisingly, a lot of people said they wanted me to pay a visit to the church and work with them, work with their team, or their media ministry for a weekend or something like that. So that's up in the air. It all depends on where it is, where it's located, how long of a drive it's going to be, if I have to fly there, and then also depending on, do they allow people to still gather and stuff like that, because I don't want to spread nothing. I don't have nothing, but I don't want to spread nothing or bring anything back to my daughter or nothing like that. So we got to be careful. If not, we will look at doing some type of hardware. But like I said, I'm not going to make any promises right now, because if I do say something, I want to make sure it is 100% in stone before I do that. So that's the plan. So, hey, you know, other churches, the faster we get to 30,000, the faster we can have another giveaway. And every 10,000, we will start doing something. When we hit 50,000, it'll be something big. At 100,000, it is going to be a big shindig, if you know what I mean, because that is a major goal that I've been looking forward to ever since really getting serious in this channel. And before I go to the next comment, I actually have a, oh, hello, Steve from Knoxville, Tennessee. Hello, everybody from Jamaica. Hello, everyone from all the states and all over the United States, all over the world, because we have a lot of people there. Had a bunch of people reach out to me from Peru, which is awesome. Thank y'all so much. But I have a video that I was editing right before we got here, and the title of it is Fix This for your YouTube channel to grow. And I really, 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 really recommend y'all check that out, not just because of the views, but I really think it helps because this is something that I don't even do as much as I should for my church. So I think that will really help. Next comment that we have is Pretty Pink Plans. Praise the Lord, Jay. Our little, and I mean little church, needs help with media. I'm using OBS to live stream from Facebook Live, and for some reason my voices are off. Please help. Well, Pretty Pink Plans, my question to you is, do you get any form of audio in any way, shape, or form? Because that can help steer this conversation to try and help with that. I am bringing up OBS right now to see what I can do with this. So if I cut over here, so I'm on OBS going into infinity, and the first thing you need to really pay attention to is how your sound is working. So if we come over here to our settings, let me put my picture up here. If we go in our settings, first we need to look at our audio. And I don't know why mine did, oh, I know I did this. I did a conference in California, so I had this here. You want to make sure you have all your audio disabled. This is just my way to do it. You could do it a different way. And in here, I have my audio coming through my capture device, which just happens to be the Blackmagic that I'm using right now, and you can see my audio. In my capture device, this is different on the Mac. The Mac, you actually have to do an input for your audio. Make sure you have on Windows, and I think Linux too, that you have it use custom audio and you connect it to your audio device. That's one way, then you'll get this bar. That way, I'm only bringing in audio that I want, and I don't have anything else. Now, you could do that here and say my input was also the Blackmagic, but what you will see is if you were listening to this, it will be an echo because you're capturing the audio twice. So do it in one direction. Do it through the app's sound or on your capture device's sound. That will get rid of your echo. Now, I don't even know if that's the real problem. That's the first thing you want to check, is to make sure it's coming in. If you are getting audio and then it's cutting out, it may be that your system can't handle the processing of both. And somebody's blasting some music outside my window. But that's the first thing I would check. But Pretty Pink Plans, please let me know if that was something else outside of what I said would be that. Next comment, Crossworks says that they are excited because they're getting their A10 Mini ISO tomorrow. Excellent. I was really close, really close to ordering one, but I really don't, personally right now, I don't see a need for it. Well, I'll think about it. And I think that is, I think I've caught up to the first set of things. Now we're on page number 2 here. All right, so create Creative for Fun is saying, just trying to get it all together, and I don't like when it jumps my chat message. I missed what was going on. Just trying to get it all together to start our live streaming. You've been awesome with your videos, but it's a little confusing in getting all the pieces together. Yeah, I totally understand Creative for Fun. That's kind of the reason why I did this, is because I understand it could be a little bit overwhelming. But the idea is take it a piece at a time. Don't try and do everything all at once, because you will wear yourself out if you do that. Just try and take a snip at a time and work towards it. That's how I started. I started with just a webcam, and we go in there, up from there. Crossworks, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And what we got? We got John Cook here. What advantages, disadvantages would a presentation software have over Keynote? Have heard of ProPresenter, Proclaim, Easy Worship, Worship Extreme, Media Shout. What would be the best option? Well, John, in my personal opinion, I think that presentation softwares are more beneficial than Keynote, because most of the applications that you mentioned have a Bible built into it. So most people who have started, based off the people I've talked to, they've used like PowerPoint. And if they're using scripture, someone has to manually type that. And if your pastor, your minister, whoever's preaching, your rabbi, whoever it is, decides to come off the cuff and go into a different scripture that you're not prepared for, you would have to type that all over again. Compared to these programs, it's just a database. You just type the book, chapter and verse, or verses, and it makes it really easy. Plus, the presentation software is, all of them are kind of like PowerPoint on steroids, because you can present anything, especially catered to ministries and churches. Now, if I was to start with anything out of all the ones that you listed, I would start with Worship Extreme. I don't get paid for them. I just like them because they started from a media ministry that needed some tools, and all the other offerings were kind of pricey. And as long as you have internet connection, their base version of Worship Extreme, which is more than capable, is completely free. And that's a great way to start, and then you can work your way up. I wish I had known about them, because we went from Easy Worship, when they did an upgrade and completely stopped supporting the older version that we had, and the newer version was broken at the time. We moved to ProPresenter because that's the only other thing that we heard a lot about. And right after we got that and paid for it, then I think a couple of months later, I learned about Worship Extreme, which was completely free. So we're kind of stuck with that right now, just because that is what my media ministry is used to. And they already did the transition of learning something new, and I'm still trying to get them to learn ProPresenter. So if I threw in another piece of software, that would be a pain. So that's why I'm sticking with it. But if I had it to do again, it would be Worship Extreme. Let's see. Kellen White wants to know, how is the Pocket camera working for you? Well, you're looking at it right now. You got this nice little bokeh going on around here. I'm learning it. I haven't taken it off the tripod to go out and do any footage outside because I've been busy, but I'm actually supposed to be helping some friends do a commercial for their dog show. So we're going to be working on something like that. So that's going to put me out there, and I really need to get off my hind parts and get out of here and actually work on some videos. So I hope to do that soon. Honestly, I haven't even flown my drone in months. So we're going to be working on that. M&S Notary, love the music. Thank you. That is Epidemic Sound that handles all of the music on my channel. Except for my theme, I got that from audiojungle.net. All my other music is through Epidemic Sound. Get a year license, and all of your music is covered. I like a lot of jazz, Latin, classical, acoustic, hip hop, just not words, but background. So that's what I do. Enoch Daniel, hello again from India. Hello. We had some people saying my volume is too low. And please do not spam the chat. I am working backwards here, so I'm catching up, so I'm not live on here. A lot of people said my audio is loud. I mean, it's fine, so I'm gonna throw it out there. Please let me know, is my audio fine? Because I'm literally right on top of the microphone here. And I really don't want to turn it up because this is way too sensitive and you're gonna start hearing all this stuff, and I have no idea who is calling me. That was funny. That was my old hosting company that called me, so I don't know what that was about. But anyway, let's see where we're at. India Streaming. This is from Bow and Arrows Productions. India Streaming with OBS. Any experience with this combo? Yes, I actually have used it a lot in my earlier YouTube career, and I use it sometime as well too. I use NDI when I don't need to bring in audio. Like right now, I'm using an audio mixer to do all my sound, and I'm just using my cameras for just video. NDI works great. I wouldn't bring or try to match audio with it. Like I wouldn't do a video of my face where my audio is most likely going to be faster than that, because if you put a delay on it and then you try to go to a camera that's connected directly, it ain't gonna work. I mean, you can sync it up, but then when you switch back to a regular camera, it's gonna be off because of the offset. I actually had somebody contact me about that. But it does work very well. You just gotta be mindful of the sync issues with NDI and audio, because you can sync the audio for everything. You can't sync the audio to the individual camera. All right, let me see. Got a lot of people on here, and I'm trying to catch up to where everybody is. All right. Kellen White wants to know, what are my thoughts on the Smart Video Hub Clean Switch? If that is new, I'm not 100% sure. I know I have used a Smart Hub on an install. That was at Good Shepherd Baptist Church. But let me see if that is something new that I am not aware of. Smart Hub. Yeah, so for the Smart Hub here, I have used this. I actually installed the 20x20 at Good Shepherd Baptist Church. Haven't had any issues with it. Actually, when I told them about buying this, they were like, I don't think we need something like that. And once we installed everything, they're like, man, maybe we should have gone with the 40x40. Real cool. I've been meaning to do a video about that, but honestly, it's interesting to get your mind wrapped around that piece of gear, to say the least. Let's go back here in the chat, and let's see where we're at. All right, so creative fun for fun. Yes, vMix is a paid option. And let's see where we're at. Sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Deo Tiru, sorry. How can you configure your front house of Easy Worship to show full screen and for your OBS to show lower thirds? Well, I don't know. It depends on what version of Easy Worship. What you would need to do is actually have two different outputs. And Worship Extreme's beta has this. Pro Presenter 7 has this, where you would want to have a dual outputs, whether it be physical connections on your video card output, or you can use NDI. So in this setup, if you're using the newest version of Easy Worship, you could send NDI and format it to lower thirds to go to OBS, but then have the display out coming from the computer running Easy Worship to go full screen. Now, again, I haven't messed with Easy Worship in a while. I know ProPresenter and Worship Extreme have that. So most of the time, all the features that all these presentation softwares have, sooner or later get the same functionality. I would think of something like that. All right, and with that being said, I am about ready to mute somebody because I keep getting the same message over and over again. We got a message from AJay. This is AJay as well too. Can you do green screen in OBS? Yes, you can. Do I have a webcam I can grab real quick? Let's see. Let me grab a webcam here real quick. And let me pull up my green screen. All right, so let's hook this up. Got my webcam right here. And it's not going to be perfect based on where I'm at. So we cut over to OBS. All right, so we're here on OBS. Let me change my capture device to my webcam. And I have device default. There we go. All right, so let's reset this. I'm locked. Let's reset the transformation. All right, so like I said, this is gonna be a bad example just because I'm so tied up on this picture. So say I'm centered here on my green screen. All you have to do is you can do this on the source or on the scene level. Under here, I just right click, go to filters, add a chroma key, and there we go. So you can use this easily like for gaming, anything like that. That is how it's being done in OBS by itself, but the AJay Mini can actually do the same thing. And I probably have it up now, so since I have my green screen, yeah, it should be something like that here in the corner. And it's doing this, and I haven't tweaked it because of the colors, but that's how you could do this in OBS. So hopefully that helps. And let me put my green screen down. Because now that I have that little bokeh here behind me, that's why I don't green screen it anymore, because I'm already getting this naturally because of the camera. Hello, Lane Williams from Florida. Hello, David from Maryland. Hello, Gregory from the Bahamas. And we got a question from Dwight Stone. Question regarding aspect ratio for my live stream using AJay Mini Pro. Have black bars top and bottom both Facebook and YouTube? That's strange. I'm wondering, because if we come back over here, let me bring up my AJay software so that y'all can see it. I'm going to come back over here to screen number 2 here. So if I come over here to my software, when you come in here, maybe I'm right in the way. So we come over here and we're gonna go to our little gear here. We're gonna go check here and see what our output is and what is this set to? I mean, you only have 1080p, so I'm wondering, maybe it's the conversion issue that's coming in, because everything that's coming out the AJay Mini Pro is 1080p. It's just changing your frame rate. So I'm not exactly 100% sure on that one. What is it, Dwight Stone, what is it saying is your resolution inside of OBS or in Facebook? If you click on the gear, what does it say that's set to? Back to Gregory Arthur. What do you know about covenant partner programs? Unfortunately, I do not know anything about that. First time I've heard about that. Billy Perkins, can I use an NDI cam on my iPhone along with the VIXIA R800, I'm assuming, through a capture card. Can't get to see both in OBS, only individually. Okay, so when you're saying, oh, okay, wait a minute, let me read this. NDI cam over your iPhone, that should show up as an OBS device, an NDI device, and your camera is captured through your capture device. Your capture device won't read from the NDI. That would be just the VIXIA, and then your other input is NDI. So you should be able to do both. Just like in my image, I'm capturing through my capture device, but then I can, because I have a Intensity Pro, actually, well, I'm actually getting ready to install one, but I have an Intensity Pro inside of my system that's streaming this right now, but then I can also capture my Blackmagic over USB over top of that as well too. So it should act as two individual devices. So I'm not sure, it shouldn't give you an option of either or. You should be able to do both, because the physical camera is only connected through the capture card, and then the NDI camera is using NDI. So need some more info on that. And like I said it already, but thank you Crossworks for the super chat. Thank you very much. Back to David. The audio sync offset can help in, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. And Obulor, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. He got his A10 Mini Pro ISO, he arrived and can stream directly to Facebook, bypassing OBS. Awesome. Hello, Jamie. Great to see you again from India. Patrick would like to know, does the HDMI out on the A10 Mini non-Pro pass the audio through? I've had issues with the video lagging with using the USB connection to my Mac, thinking about using a capture card with HDMI. Well, Patrick, I have to tell you, it does pass audio. That's how my stuff is working in here. That's how the audio is being captured, because I am using, like I said, I'm using the Blackmagic Intensity Pro 4K capture card over HDMI. The HDMI output from my A10 Mini right here is what's connecting to my system over there. And do I have it connected? I think I do. So like over here, if we go over here, see here's ProPresenter, and right there in the bottom is, and my mouse isn't there, but right here in the bottom, that is the Intensity Pro 4K, which is capturing everything and audio. So yes, it does send everything over the HDMI out as well as the USB out. So whichever direction you go, you should be fine. And I know I had mine connected to my Ryzen and it worked fine, but I think if it's lagging, I'm thinking I need to know the specs of your Mac. Maybe it's the Mac that's having a problem with it, but I know from coming out, even with the base model, the audio comes out over USB and HDMI. Smith Simeon, hello. Hello. John Cook, you are welcome. And we have Jones Ministries. Hello, I am new to this and I wanted to ask the following. For streaming, would you need a capture card like the Decklink if you have the A10 Mini? No, you do not. The A10 Mini is a capture card itself, and it will function, connect 4 inputs, and send everything over USB. Now, I'm the exception in this because I already had a capture card, and I could easily connect my system, my A10 Mini Pro, to my computer over USB. And honestly, the Pro, I don't even need it to live stream, but all the graphics and stuff that you see are not as easily done with this. It can be, it's just I already had this stuff set up, so that's the reason why I'm going this way. And no, you do not need a capture card. So if I took out the Intensity Pro out of the system right now and ran it over USB, you would see the exact same thing that you're seeing right now. I just already had a capture card, and I'm using that, which allows me to connect, again, allows me to connect this system over USB to the computer that's right here in front of me, but also HDMI out to this other system. So when I'm doing Zoom calls or something like that, I don't need a capture card. I'm just going over USB to this system. That's how I'm doing Zoom calls, Skype calls, whatever like this. But for the full production of everything, it just allows me to have 2 computers hooked up. That's really what it is, because I paid for the capture card and I still need to use it in some type of way. Second question. Would you recommend the A10 Mini or the A10 Mini Pro? Small ministry, but have experienced a great growth online, so we want to give a great experience to your viewers, your viewers. Honestly, it depends on your system. Like, again, I didn't have to go with the A10 Mini Pro. I went with it just because a lot of people asked me for the input, and I don't recommend anything that I don't use personally. I haven't used myself. So that's the reason I got it, and I sold my original A10 Mini to another ministry, because I built them a system that's able to handle it. What would really determine the answer to that question is your system that's connected to, that's handling your live stream, or what you would connect the A10 Mini to, is it fast enough to handle it? If that's the issue, I would honestly, because I build live streaming computers, the A10 Mini Pro would remove your need to have a streaming system that's capable of handling it. That's what I would recommend. And that would be my determining factor, is $595 for a switcher that can also live stream, and a computer is not needed to handle the encoding, so you won't get the encoding issues and stuff like that. I would go with the A10 Mini Pro. If you have a powerful enough system, like the system I have, that can handle my live stream more than capable, which blows the A10 Mini Pro out in performance, then I would go with the A10 Mini and save yourself $300. That's me personally. Thank you, Artisan Art, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. So back when Artisan Art was saying, I really don't know. I'm dabbling. I was actually trying to get a new mic, but they're sold out everywhere. This is an old mic that I actually had from when I was using Studio One to do all of my choir rehearsal stuff. So I'm leveraging what we have. So I just didn't want to hook up my wireless right now. That's all. But thank y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all who are constantly watching. I really, really appreciate it. The Chuck Taylor, what is going on? Chuck actually is one of our folks in our Facebook media group, and I highly recommend that y'all join that, especially if y'all could join in on our roundtables that we have every other week. Awesome experience. I'm not just blowing smoke up y'all's behinds, but it is awesome. Able to help out a whole lot of people there, and it's really been a blessing to a lot of people. So hopefully you can, I don't know, I don't want to put words in your mouth there, Chuck, but I mean, if you want to drop a comment and what you think about it, I'd appreciate it. Or anybody else who's in the Facebook group. It's almost like this Q&A 24/7. It's groups, people in media ministry all over the world, every time zone, so you can drop a question and someone will get to your answer. So it doesn't always depend on me. And we have a massive group of people who are trying to help do this. Jones Ministries, yes, this is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K that I am using. And the reason why it looks so good, even though I'm streaming at 1080p, this camera is capturing at 4K. And when you take a 4K image and shrink it down, it is always better looking than 1080p, because 4K is 4 times 1080p. So when it shrinks down, it looks good. Compared to if you had a old picture and you try to blow it up, that's why it looks all blocky, because there's no information there. But I appreciate it. Let's see what else we got here. Got a lot of awesome folks in here. Back to John Cook. What, in your opinion, is the best bang for your buck for a PTZ camera? Easy, the ADA Imaging PTZ 12X or 20X. I love those cameras. I know people talk about PTZ optics and all them other things like that, but I have great love and support for what these guys are doing in their cameras. I've used them on a bunch of them. My overhead camera is one that I've used as well too. And I've installed these cameras at a bunch of them. So it was actually the first version of this I was using, but now they're over IP. So you get a bunch of connections with these cameras, and they're not overly expensive in all honesty. So if we look here at your connections, so you got the RS-232 out, HDMI out, SDI out, USB out, and LAN out. All of these, all four of these will send video, which is awesome in comparison. I think that these are going for, let's actually see. I'm going to here, AJay Imaging, PTZ. Let's see what they're going for. So they're going for about 15 for the 20X and 13 for the 12X, and have nothing but respect for PTZ optics. But if we look in comparison in prices, unless something has changed, yeah, you're getting this for about $200 less. And that's just me personally. I've installed these in about 5 churches, and I am very, very happy for that. Man, thank y'all so much, y'all. Man, I appreciate it. Billy, thank you for the super chat. Otis, thank you so much, sir. Y'all, thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Y'all messed me up here. Y'all ain't trying to get me emotional up in here. Richard, hello from Tampa. Hello. So back to what Billy was saying. He was saying, totally agree with your answer. 2 different sources selected. Just don't know why both are not appearing. Well, Billy, what you could do is send me an email at questions@ajayhomes.com, and we can take this offline and we can see what we can do to help you with that. Samuel is asking, which VST plugin would I need in OBS to boost the sound mixer audio in the computer from -40 to -25, from -25 to -9? Samuel, you have reached my kryptonite because I really do not use any of the plugins. That's why I do an external mixer. I'm boosting through there, and I'm going through the ATEM, so I have 2 levels to try and boost before I even get to OBS. I try not to do that many adjustments in the software. I'd rather have it because I have a knob right here in front of me that I can turn up and down. That makes it easier for me. Now, to be quite honest, I really started off with a Behringer 5-channel mixer that was like $50, and that gave me the knob to increase the gain and everything like that. Maybe that might be a suggestion, but I will look into these because, again, I haven't used them, so I don't recommend something that I have not used, but I will look into that for you. Let's see. Hey AJ, how would you use the ATEM Mini Pro to stream a Zoom call to Facebook, making the pictures look professional and neat, not using OBS to live stream? Well, see, that's the problem, because as much as I like, first off, the ATEM Mini, if you send in quality into it, like this camera, or any type of camera, even my old 4K camcorder was good. If you send in a quality image, that's what you're going to get out. Now, Zoom, you're kind of limited. Now, again, when I do our Bible studies, I use Zoom, and I use the same setup with the ATEM Mini to go through. It's going to pass the best picture that you're giving it, but there's nothing else that you can really modify. The best thing you can do is have good lighting, have a good camera, get good image, and go into it. That's the best you can do if you're trying to go solely from the ATEM in. Now, the advantage to my setup is if you have a pocket cinema camera paired with the ATEM Mini, you can actually control and adjust the colors live. Now, I can't do that right now because I'm using a field monitor to go in between it. And for the ATEM to control the Blackmagic camera, I need to be connected directly to the A10 Mini, and that's not what I'm using because I have this field monitor up here so I can see what I'm doing. But that's the easiest way for that. Let's see. And Jay Hernandez wants to know, is there an echo in the feed? I don't think so. Lloyd Means, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. I don't know if it's picking me up again. It shouldn't be. Only got one feed going through. So sorry about that. Nothing has really changed on this side. Let's see. Art Longton was saying that they got split stream per your recommendation. Big test next weekend. Thanks for the input. Hey, you're welcome. M&S Notary wants to know, when is the next roundtable? It is going to be next Sunday, possibly. The reason I say possibly is, shameless plug, my birthday is next Saturday. So I am taking a week-long sabbatical away from everything. I'm still going to be doing videos, but for the people who asked at the beginning of this, and if y'all been watching, I've been having some issues with my teeth. So on Wednesday, I'm doing oral surgery to have 2 teeth removed. I'm going to be out of it. And then Saturday is my birthday. And then Sunday, I don't have to do anything. I have some friends coming into town, and I'm just crashing the entire weekend. And then Monday's a holiday. And then Tuesday is my daughter's first day in first grade. So I'm going to be a busy dad. So I'm taking, it depends. We're supposed to have that round table on Sunday. I will let y'all know on the Facebook group. The easiest way is join the Facebook group, and you will know about all of that. Jack Wolf, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, D said it. We just talked about it. The round tables are amazing. And again, we're not just saying that. We're saying it because, we really try to help y'all. That's what this is all about trying to help empower your media ministry to impact millions. That's what it's all about. A long time ago, my whole goal has to been for any church that I'm associated with in helping is for you to have an online congregation of 1,000 to 100,000 people. And that's what I hope to help y'all with. And we're all in this together. Jamie, actually, yes, I do. Send me a message offline because I don't want to put this stuff out there like that. That's just how I am. Sorry about that, but I appreciate all the support. I really do. Creative for fun. Can I use GoPro 8 Black as a video camera for streaming in OBS? Yes, you can. The only issue is the GoPros are synonymous with having issues, and it's mainly because of their image stabilization, and they change their frame rate, so it's not stable all the time. That's why I stopped using a GoPro for my overhead camera. If you get the GoPro 8, make sure you get a good 4K capture card. So like, for example, this one just came in that I should have got some scissors while I was up. This one just came in that I'm getting ready to put in a computer that I'm building for a church in New York. And it's the same ones that I recommend, and I actually use is the Decklink mini recorder. Make sure it's not the mini monitor, the mini recorder. That will handle it well. But you need something that can dynamically handle the changing resolution. That's what I've known from experience from messing with the GoPros. They work. You just got to make some modifications so it works. Jack Wolf, again, thank you for the super chat. Your videos have been so helpful for our church and many other churches around that I live in. Thank you. No, thank you. I really appreciate it. The Chuck Taylor, if there's a compressor plug-in, set it to 2.5 to 1 ratio for anything above. Thank you. See, this is the type of stuff that you get answers to on the Facebook group. If you want to join it, it is open. All you got to do is answer the questions. Are you a part of a media ministry? Are you currently live streaming? Do you abide by the rules, which are mainly don't live stream inside the group, and you automatically get in, and you have a repository of people that get so much information that you can get. Like, honestly, like, thank you, Chuck Taylor, because I did not know this. I did not know that answer at all because I haven't used this. But see, this is the power of when we're all working together. And it's not, this is my kingdom, I'm not going to share with you. You got to learn the hard way. No, we don't do that here. So, Quilla, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. The AJay Mini Pro does not have an on and off switch. Do you leave yours turned on all the time? No, I do not. What I do, and I did this in a video where I talked about my turning my media ministry into a smart media ministry. What I have is the TP-Link Smart Power Strip. That's what I have this connected to. So I don't know if you can see this. Here's my app, and right there is our my video switcher. And I don't want to do the command, but it will turn this off, and that's how I have mine. As well as all the AJay Blackmagic devices, they don't have any on and off buttons. So I put them all on a smart switch, and they just turn them on and off when need be. And you can get these smart switches for like $20, and you can control them over your phone from anywhere. I have all my stuff at my church set up the same way, so I can turn it on remotely or on a schedule. Oh, you know what it is? It was most likely, I was just thinking, maybe it was my webcam that was connected that was giving an echo. Let me unplug that, because I only have one mic on right now. So I don't know. Let's see. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hitting 42. Also, thanks. My little girl is really excited. Really proud of her. Normally, if y'all seen any of my other stuff, she's at school. Normally, she would be popping in on here, and especially on the roundtables, she's known to just pop up here and there when she's with me. So thank you so much again, everybody. And yeah, Patrick is kind of saying what we were talking about before. You have to change it to 1080p, turn off the stabilization, else you'll get the worst delay and lag. Exactly what I was talking about. Now, I had the 4, so I didn't have those options, so I couldn't even control that. But yeah. Bill, yes, exactly. A serious week coming up, but thank y'all for y'all's prayers. Thank you for the concern, everything. I really appreciate it, y'all. Jamie, what you can do is just email me at ajayhomes.com. That's the easiest way for you to get to me. Let's see. Thank you so much. All the content you bring to us. Thank you so much. John Cook wants to know what's the address. So let me go ahead and just show y'all it. And Facebook has changed their stuff, which I personally do not like. But hey, it is what it is. If we cut over here, the Facebook group is, if you just search for Modern Media Ministry Made Easy, that's all it is. You put it in there. There are 3 questions. We put files. We do free Bibles that you can download for Worship Extreme. Have a list to this video. We have comments, questions from all over the place. Networking, cameras, live streaming. I do links to the stuff in here. I haven't been doing it as much as I used to, but doing specific live streams just for the Facebook group. A lot of the content that I come up with is coming from the group. So you have a way to bid in on and give suggestions to other content that you think could help your ministry and other ministries. So awesome. Again, just look up Modern Media Ministry Made Easy. That's it. Yep, and we have other people just saying the same thing. So it's not just me doing it, because people are getting a lot out of it. Thank y'all so much. Let's see where else we're at. Let's see, I think we caught up a little bit with our comments here. Awesome, awesome. So we've caught up here. And I did start a little bit early, and I want to thank y'all so much. So I'm going to actually do this because YouTube has taken away polls. So I want to ask this question. What type of content do you want me to make next? What is something, a tool to let y'all know, I'm already working on a series for vMix and everything. That's the reason why I'm using it. Like I said, I don't teach nothing that I don't personally use. So we're going to be teaching on vMix because we had some other people talk about that. We're 1/3 of the way to our Patreon goal of getting to $600 a month, because at that point we're going to buy a Wirecast license, and we're going to start working on training videos for that. And shameless plug, give you a heads up, once we hit $600 a month, we'll buy a license, and the next month we're going to give away a license of Wirecast to somebody, but we have to hit that goal first. But my question to y'all is, let me know, what type of things would you want me to go over? I've already had people talk about lighting. I can't talk about that yet because we have lighting issues at our church we're working on, but just give me some ideas of what other content would be, kind of some questions you might have that you want me to turn into an actual video. Some other heads up, we have some sponsored hardware that we got, which I am more than thankful about, that's coming out soon. We have some products that I put on the community that came from Hollyland and Intercom System. Be on the lookout for the review video of that. That is the Mars T1000 that they sent. Also, we have some other equipment coming from some other companies that I can't say until I get the formal agreement of that. Hopefully I should hear something about that by September 9th. And then we have some other things that are coming down the pipe, and I let y'all know, and I put this publicly. I do not do any form of sponsor video review or anything if the product does not benefit the body of Christ, ministries, anything in that capacity. So you will not see me reviewing some games, mobile games, or anything like that. Everything on this channel is meant to help empower media ministries from all over the world. So if I review any product, it's because it's being installed, or I'm actually for a client, or I am personally using it at my church. So just let y'all know. Let's go over here to the chat and see what else we got. MS Notary wants to know, am I setting appointments for tomorrow? If you get on my website and book it, yes. But after Saturday, I think my stuff is shut down for a week. So yes, if you want to get on there, yes, go ahead and do that. Christina De La Cruz, thanks for everything you're doing. Thanks. I was able to improve the quality of my transmission. We got the A10 Mini, 3 cameras, and an extender. Awesome. Streets of Destiny, hello from Phoenix. Wednesday, we have a book study, and next day you had a video Bible study. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome. Otis, invite Tim or Martin from vMix on a Q&A as a guest. Hey, I will, you know what? And my phone picked up something. No, I didn't say nothing to you. Let me set that aside, and I will see if I can do something like that. We'll save that. Will I do some special video for my birthday? I don't want to put this out there, but I'm in the works of something. Well, first off, like I said, this channel is meant for media ministry training. I do have another channel that's in the works that no one knows about yet. And if I get word of something that's supposed to be happening pretty soon, I will announce that channel, which is going to be completely different, but I think it might be fun. But I don't plan anything. I really plan to just hang out with some friends that I haven't seen in years and just love up on my daughter who's getting ready to go to school and celebrate my 42nd birthday. So just thanking God for me to be able to get to 42, which is actually, I'm at the age that my mom had me. Just a little bit about me, that honestly, my mom and dad had a son, and he was premature, died, and they tried again, it didn't work, and they actually told him never to try and have kids again because it wouldn't work. Waited 10 years, they had my sister, then the next year, then they had me. So, and my mom was 42, 43 when she had me, so I'm right at that age. So it was an opportunity for me not to be here, so I am very thankful for that. Rach, I love your computer build, so more of that. I'd love a tutorial on a mobile live stream setup. Okay, we'll work on that. And I can't even adjust the camera right now, but I don't know, maybe I can adjust it. Hold on. For those who are saying that they like the computer builds, I don't want to show off my dirty house, but all those boxes over there are computer builds in the corner that we are working on. So I have around 5 computers that we're building, and that's what actually I'm going to start building right after this, because that's what all these parts are. So we're going to be building 3 live streaming systems, a video editing system, and something else. So those are coming down the pipe. Billy, I would love to see a setup 101, basic and intermediate setup, single and double PTZ through to OBS if possible. Okay, I will see what we can do with that. I'm gonna see if I can reach out to Ada Imaging. Maybe they can send me something, a loaner camera or something like that, maybe. Region David, what speed and plan I should be looking for if we need to live stream using mobile data plan, and any suggestions of data plans that's available, located in Seattle, Washington. Me personally, when I've had to be on mobile, I have Verizon. Honestly, you just need anything for upload speed that's consistently at least 10 megabits per second, consistently. There are a bunch of other things like that, but me personally, I have used my phone with Verizon for many a live stream, and it has been perfectly fine for me. And I've been at 1080p at 60 frames a second without any issues at all. So Lane was also, best way to capture choirs, off the top of my head, honestly, is to have the choirs mic'd and just bring in the sound system. But are you talking about them being individually and there's no house sound? Give me a little input on that, and my camera is too low because you can see my microphone now. Jay Hernandez, okay. Well, what I would do is, now I guess to that question, I'm doing these 2 builds. Do you want me to do it live, or do you want me to just do a edited video? Because if not, I'll start another live stream later today and build this system that I'm going to be doing. Let me know. Jack Wolf wants to know, how can I become a patron on your channel? If you go to the home page of my channel on YouTube, what you could do is patreon.com/AJaytheCEO, or you can just come over here and then click on the little Patreon link right there, and that will take you to the Patreon page. And I appreciate the fact that you're even considering supporting. I really appreciate it. Joshua the man, Josh, if y'all don't know, Josh, please give me your, I'm gonna put it in here. Y'all need to support this guy right here. Josh is awesome. From the last video, your brother-in-law spoke and speaking to unknown guests in the waiting room. How are you able to do that? He was actually just calling them and chatting with them in the waiting room in Zoom. But Josh, go ahead and paste your link to your channel on here, man, and I will authorize it because y'all need to support this guy. Y'all, if y'all were in the roundtables, you would know why. Back to Chuck Taylor, someone in the Facebook group mentioned something called Church Online Platform. Would love to see a video on how that particular service works. Yeah, I actually will work on that as well too, and I need to make notes of this stuff so I don't forget it. So give me a second, just copying that into my little notepad over here. What else we got? Gregory Arthur, would you recommend Patreon for a covenant partnership program for the church? I don't know, because I really don't know the extent of what that is, Gregory, so it's kind of hard for me to suggest that. Christina De La Cruz, yes, you can. If you go to my website, AJayhomes.com, go to About, and there's consultations. You can do Zoom and phone consultations. You can set that up. MS Notary was saying, I am saving up to build one. Awesome. Once you build a computer yourself, you will highly unlikely will you ever go back and buy another system, because you'll get way more power and you'll know exactly how it goes compared to having to do that. All right, Jamie, thank you. I'll just give y'all a hint. Should I? Yeah, the hint is it rhymes with Esla, if you get an idea with that. That's what the other channel is going to be soon. Rach, what motherboard do you use for your Ryzen 9 3900X? Well, let's just go here and I'll show you exactly what motherboard I am using. Let's see. So this is kind of super small, but what I am using is the Asus ROG Strix B450F gaming motherboard. I intend to upgrade to the B550 soon, just to get advantage to the PCIe Express 4 and things like that. But if y'all don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It's just faster access to storage devices and things like that. Hold on. So you said y'all want my link to do a schedule. So let me pull that down real quick. So I will put this in the chat. My link for consultations. Now, I'm telling y'all this before I put this out here. I haven't updated my schedule yet. So next week, I'm out of pocket. I'm out of pocket because I won't be able to talk on Wednesday all the way through the rest of the week. So please, if you're going to book something, if you can possibly don't do it next week. Do it the week after if possible. Or if you can squeeze something in Saturday, that will work. So there is my message, and let me find myself in the chat, and I will bring it up. So there is ajayhomes.com/consultations. Very straightforward. Streets of Destiny was saying, considering upgrading to an iMac, how much was your Mac? Well, it really wasn't a Mac. It was a PC that I tricked into thinking it was a Mac, and all the parts for it were $750, and the equivalent parts, if I bought the Mac, it would have been around $4,000. So a lot more power in that system. Samuel wants to know, how do you activate 1080p 60 live streaming on Facebook? You can't. Facebook is selectively testing out 1080p, And sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. The majority of people are at 720. That is not on your side. That is all on Facebook. So as of right now, there is nothing that you can do to force it to happen. So yeah, sadly, I mean, we live stream at 1080p every Sunday, but sometimes we're 720, sometimes we're 1080. It all depends. Okay, Rach was saying that she likes both live and recorded. Okay. Okay, I got a bunch of people saying you want me to do a live. Jay Hernandez, you're saying either getting up the nerve to build my own system, but like seeing your builds and what you're using. Jay, if you want some help with your live stream, not your live stream, but building your live streaming system, hit me up. I can help guide you through it if you're having any concerns with it. Otis was saying that he just installed a couple of Lumens PTZ NDI cameras in a facility and had to set it to 100 millisecond latency. Okay, see, that was my concern. I haven't used any NDI PTZs solely. I always assumed that they would compensate for the latency, but I'm not 100%. All right, so we got a whole lot of people talking about they want me to do the live stuff, so I will. Yes, Chuck, yes. I am looking at for my business as a company vehicle, we are looking at purchasing a Model Y. That is what we're looking at. I'm waiting to hear back from everything, but this has been a dream vehicle that I've been looking forward to a long time, and thankfully, God has blessed my business to the point to where it's even considered an option. So, there's a bunch of Tesla channels out there, but mine is going to be called the Tesla Smile. And it's going to be, honestly, at the end of church, me taking a lot of people on Tesla rides, talking from the whole aspect of everything, of using it for a company vehicle, and just, that's it. So more maybe like individual stuff, because again, when this vehicle is possible, it's actually going to make it a lot easier for traveling, driving back and forth, because with autopilot, then that can help drive when I'm going those very long distances and things like that. So that's what's in the works. No promises yet, but that is what we're working on. So thank y'all so much. Jonathan is asking, do I build and ship computers for churches? Yes, I do. That's what these other 5 in the corner are for. One is going to New York, one is going to Maryland, another one is going to Colorado, and another one is going to Texas and California. If you want something like that, you need to let me know, because I normally sell these on my website, my company website, but because it's so hard to get parts, I only do these as one-offs when people request them. I look them up to see if it's available to do. Okay, so Rach said you want me to do my Patreon link as well too. So here we go. I will put that in the chat. If I spell it right. All right, so we got that there. And yeah, Jamie, yeah, it is. Honestly, Rach, I'm just thankful for any type of support that y'all decide to give. I really appreciate it. I really do. Creative for fun, send me an email at questions@ajhomes.com and we will talk. Funweo, he's a new joiner of our Facebook group, and he was actually on our last roundtable. Have a Sony PTZ in the sanctuary, not very impressed with the video quality at its cost. Picture not sharp, zooming in and out is not great in my opinion. Which model is it? Is it the HD or is it kind of the SD one? Because they trick a lot of people in when they're selling those. Oh, Josh, I'm sorry. I didn't look down. If you send, you should be able to send the link. I need to unblock it. Well, you know what? Let me look it up because I have it. Let me get Josh's channel. And he talks about similar things that I do. But I think once you hear him, you will understand the reason why I want y'all to support him. Give me 1 second. There it is. And let's copy this link here. And I'm gonna put this in the chat. So please, show Josh some love there, please, folks. Let's see. AJay, is there any limit to live streaming on Facebook? Is there a limit how much time? Abraham, Facebook, you were limited to 8 hours. But you can always stop it and start it right back again, but it's 8 hours. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. And I see somebody just booked a Zoom consultation with me tomorrow, so that's cool. Well, thank y'all so much. For those who asked for it, that's the, did I spell it wrong? Patreon, yeah, patreon.com/AJaytheCEO. Back to Abraham, my Facebook live stream stopped after 2 hours. What would be the reason? By the way, the internet is good. Were you playing any content that you didn't own? Like copyrighted music or something? Because Facebook is known to shut channels down like that. And then when were you doing it? Oh, you know what? Let me stop for that for a second. This is an awesome bit of information that Rick Watson gave on our last roundtable. If you're having issues getting live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, what his suggestion was, and we do this, and I never even thought about it, it says that on the hour is the most busiest time on Sunday, whether it be 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, because you have so many people starting their live stream at the same time. So for us, we start our live stream at 5:40. It's an offset time that most people aren't doing, and we have a countdown that leads up. So we're already connected before the masses trying to connect. So if you're starting a live stream at 9, 10, 11, 12, don't start at 12. Start at 9 minutes before, 10 minutes before, 15 minutes before, something before everybody gets on there. Maybe that will help y'all. Let's see. We're gonna shut down a few more questions and we're gonna shut this down. I'm going a little bit longer than usual. Roberto Lopez, hey AJ, I'm planning to get a camera for my church. Based on your experience, is it better to have a camcorder over a GoPro, Canon? Yes, the Hero 7 has a better picture quality, but you can't control the zoom. The Canon R800 will give you, might not have the best picture compared to the Hero 7, but you have more flexibility with that one. So I would pick the R800 over the Hero. Hey Funwayo, send me a message on the Facebook group and we can talk about that. Gregory, again, I would suggest the Ada Imaging PTZ X20, 20x zoom. That's what I like. And back here, considering buying the A10 Mini Pro to live stream for my church, I'm not exactly sure any advice. Honestly, I would go with the good thing about it is if you buy the A10 Mini Pro, because so many people want those things, if you're not satisfied, you can easily sell it to somebody. I promise you, because everybody's trying to get one. Jones Ministries wants to know, what type of camera did you say that you're using right now? I am using the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. That is what I am using right now. Let me show you what this thing looks like. And that's the 6K one. Hold on, let me get the right picture so y'all can see what I am using. I mean, for the most part, it's exactly the same. It's just not the 6K version. So this is the camera that I am using right now. This is the 6K version, but I am using the 4K. Let me see what a gallery is, if it'll let me show you the exact one. Yeah, this is the one that I am using right now. It doesn't come with a lens, so you gotta buy your own lens. I'm using a Lumix G Vario 14 to 42. That's the lens that I'm using right now. And they're awesome systems, but I mean, they are not beginner cameras in any way, shape, or form. You got to put some work into those. Thank y'all so much. How do you run a camera for a long time for your live streaming OBS? Well, NSJ plays. It all depends on the camera. That's why I like camcorders, because camcorders are meant to run for long periods of time and there's no shut off. If you're using a DSLR, most of them except for the GH line, the Panasonic Lumix ones, they shut off after a certain period of time because they overheat, because they're not meant for video. They do shoot good video, but they're not meant for long video. So I like camcorders for that very same purpose, and then I just set the camcorder to not auto power off, and it just stays on. That's why I use them. Anthony, nah, man, you ain't miss it. You ain't miss it. Otis again. Run announcement 10 minutes prior to service. Yep, that's how you do it. You want to start before that offset time, and that's where you will help a lot. Billy is saying the same thing. The R800 is a 4-star. Just make sure lighting conditions are very good. Exactly. If you want another camera that is just as good, but probably about double the price, that is the Panasonic V770. Those are good in low light, but gives you the same good performance, focus, and everything. But you're going from a camera that's around $215 up to $450 or $500. Depends on the day that you find it. That camera price jumps all over the place. Alrighty, did we catch up? I think we did. So I got everything lined up today. So I want to first thank the patrons that have made this video possible. Their names are on the screen right now. And like I said, you too can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. We have multiple tiers, but all of the funding goes not to just line my pockets and buy other gadgets or anything like that. What it does, and let me get rid of my patron message. Come on now, there we go. What it does is I pull that money into when people, like right now, we're pulling it right now to buy a license for Wirecast. That money is used for me to buy the things that y'all want me to test out, so that you're actually saving your group together, paying for this, so that I can test it for y'all and you don't have to waste your money on it. And then that also goes into when we're doing giveaways, and that's the fundage that's used for that. Now, we do multiple tiers. The highest tier right now is $30. That's where you get a 1-hour consultation with me for free every single month, and we can talk about anything you want to. And we have a couple of people at that level, and I think they're enjoying that. But again, I want to thank y'all so much, even for the consideration, all the people who've done the super chats. Thank y'all so much. I ain't gonna get emotional, but I really appreciate it, and I try to do my best to help all of y'all in your media ministries and everything like that. And let me get this last question in here real quick. How to add lower thirds. That all depends. You can actually do that in your presentation software that's sent over to OBS or whatever streaming software that you want. You can make it in OBS. There are multiple ways. So it all depends on what you're using. Now, the next part of this question this is what I'm going to do in another video. How am I doing what I'm using right now? This is actually built into vMix. vMix is pulling from the chat and pulls it right over into everything like that. So that's how, but look for the video for that. I will be setting this up probably again in about 30 minutes to do the build for church I'm doing in Colorado. And I think that's about it. So thank y'all so much, folks, for watching. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. I hope y'all have a great day, blessed day, great weekend. For those having church tomorrow, I hope y'all have a great service. For those having on Sunday, hope you have a great service. Have a great weekend, everything. And if no one has told you, whether it be at your church, at home, wherever, you are appreciated, because you are doing more to help spread the message of Jesus Christ throughout the world by learning more about the importance of media ministry. And all of y'all are e-missionaries, where we're using technology to share God's word all over the world. So thank you so much for watching, folks. We will see you on the next video. Later.